The individual behind the entire Blue Lock program, Jinpachi Ego, is often mistaken as just a coach. What most people forget is that he was also once a football player himself, a player with real vision, thinking ability, and a deep understanding of football mechanics. From his build, he totally wasn't a physically gifted player, but an intelligence type like Isagi Yoichi. He was a player who read the field like a chessboard. He didn't just play the ball, he predicted the movement of every player on the field, every actor in the play, and how a single choice could open up a path to score the goal. His position was probably that of a midfielder or a forward who relied heavily on his positioning, awareness, and link-up plays. Instead of someone who charges through the defenders through dribbling or other impossible tricks, Ego used to wait for that moment when everything, teammates, defenders, and spaces, aligned perfectly for him to see an opening. He was not a flashy scorer, but when he did, it always felt like he had a mathematical breakthrough and learned something new. Every pass had a meaning. Every one of his moves had a purpose. He was a thinker like Isagi. He didn't have any other special characteristics, nor did he have any speed or presence. He was just a player completely obsessed with the mechanics of football, always aware of the spacing, timing, and pressure points present on the field. While everyone else practiced shooting drills, Ego was found breaking down professional matches to learn something new. His obsession ran so deep, to the point that he had banned all unhealthy food, thinking that clarity of his mind purely depended on the purity of his body. It is also speculated that he adjusted his sleep cycles to mirror that of European leagues, just so he could stay up and study their high-level matches. Truly a madman indeed. But of course, this style of play wasn't able to bring him success. Even though he was intelligent and decisive, his methods probably clashed with that of his team. His teammates didn't always understand his way of thinking. Just imagine playing as Isagi in middle high school, in a herd of players who are mostly just winging it. No one will be able to comprehend what is going through your head. Because of this aspect, Ego found himself isolated, not because he wasn't a good player, but because he saw the game differently. Even despite this, he was building a playstyle that needed trust, synergy, and understanding from his team. But being an individual who doesn't shine brightly, he wasn't able to receive any of these things. This is probably around the time he encountered Noel Noa, someone who left a lasting mark on Ego. Noel Noa was a different breed back then as well, a true genius in every sense. But not an aimless genius that Ego despised. He was an intense player who used to overtake the game through proper understanding. A kind of player who knew the responsibility that came with his power. While other players admired his physical gifts, Ego was fascinated by his understanding of the game and how he used his skills so efficiently. It is already stated that during their youth years, Ego and Noah were teammates and rivals. Sharing this complex relationship is what probably shaped both of their respective paths in football. It was probably two different philosophies colliding with each other. Ego was known for his analytical approach to scoring, while Noah had his natural talent and instinctual play. During one of their notable matches, they went against each other. The only one who was able to catch up to Noah and face him on an equal stage was Ego. Even though Ego was able to outread Noah, Noah was the one outscoring due to his raw skill and adaptability. They both were at each other's neck during every pivotal moment in this match. After the game ended, Noah acknowledged Ego's analytical abilities, recognizing him as a rival. This interaction between the two reinforced their beliefs. Ego realized that while teamwork is essential, it is one's personal drive and ego that leads them to success in their battles, while Noah realized that even while being naturally gifted, he needs to evolve mentally to stay on par with players like Ego. This encounter became a cornerstone for their philosophies. Ego started to believe that promoting a player's individual skill and drive is what would produce a striker capable of leading the team and making decisive plays. This ideology is what later takes the shape of the Blue Lock project, aiming to develop an egoist striker for Japan. This moment planted a seed in his mind. He didn't abandon his intelligence, but he sharpened it. He now believed that having an ego, a powerful will, is what truly made a striker. It wasn't about having an utter presence, but refusing to be a background character. Hey, it's Natsu, mid-editing here, and I just wanted to pause the video to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're already down there, why not leave a like as well? Noah had the confidence to override the system and make the team move at his pace. To be at the center of the game, you have to force your vision onto others. No matter how irrelevant you are, it is about taking the spotlight and crafting your own legend. This idea is what matured into the foundation of Blue Lock, and it is also what made Ego come to despise certain kinds of players, like Nagi Seishiru. To Ego, Nagi is a representation of everything that can go wrong with having natural talent when it's not paired with obsession. He is someone who was born with the skill, but he only ever plays out of boredom or curiosity. Ego has a distaste for this attitude, because in his life, he probably once had a moment like Nagi's. A moment where he scored a fluke goal by instinct, a one-time strike that shocked everyone, even himself. In this moment, he felt something dangerous, satisfaction. Not because he knew what had happened and understood it, but because it just worked out. That moment is what haunted him. He found out how easily talent could draw a player into a false sense of achievement. If he let that feeling grow, he would have probably grown hollow, and that is what he sees inside Nagi. Someone who plays for praise and satisfaction, not for progress. This is also why he pushes Isagi so hard. He wants to nurture Isagi into a player who dominates the field by understanding and constantly improving, not by being the one who settles for luck or talent. Years after playing with Noah, Ego had disappeared from mainstream football. Most of his standout performances were during youth tournaments. People believed that some Japan League team or foreign scout would recruit him and see the value inside him, but that moment never came. To guess, despite his sharp intellect and field reading ability, he was unable to sell himself. Coaches didn't know where to place someone like him. He wasn't a physically gifted individual, and he didn't bring any instant excitement to the team. Because of his newfound ego, he was seen as a selfish player. Others thought that he was too intellectual, and they couldn't adapt to him. The final blow came when a trial ended with a feedback. You are not the type of player others can follow. In the end, it was the system that he was trying to outsmart, which crushed his dreams with indifference. He was brought into the scene again when Henri Thierry, a member of the Japan Football Union, approached him about the Blue Lock project. She was inspired by his intellect and wanted to use his unique methods for boosting strikers to help Japan win the World Cup. Ego's vision was to produce a true world-class striker. Not a captain, not a playmaker, but a cold-blooded goal machine who only played to win. The Japanese strikers are taught to play for the team. Their own ambitions were viewed as selfishness unnecessary for team play. The now Ego wanted to shatter this system and build one that fosters ego. He himself couldn't become the striker he wanted to be, but maybe he can create one who would surpass even Noah. Thus, how the nationwide project Blue Lock was born. Today, his legacy isn't about winning trophies or getting the highlights. He challenged the entire Japan's football system, just to tell them what it means to be selfish in a team sport. He is creating a space where obsession won't be punished, but uplifted. Though his methods may be difficult, the goal is clear. He wants to birth a striker who doesn't long for the spotlight. He captures it. And maybe when that striker finally rises, he will carry on Ego's dream and become a player he always aspired to be. Thanks for watching, guys. As you all might already know, most of the backstory used in this script is speculated. We won't know the accurate backstory of Ego and Henri until the author reveals it. So for now, this is what I think would be the best suited story for him. Anyway, if you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video which will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.